Bring the American over here.
Hey, we like you now, right?
He's good with guns.
And then I remember this one though, where the I think the term is where the posh went overboard, but nobody seemed to notice it but me. And we were at this dinner, and it was one of those dinners where 24 people on this side, 24 people on this side. Mrs. is down there and Mr.'s down here. Mrs. has a 24-foot by 18-foot oil painting of herself over her chair, and Mr. has an 24-foot by 18-foot over his chair. And it was just it's just all just fucking great. Everyone had their own waiter that saw ding on time, and this is just absolutely great. Well, after the dinner, the youngsters, the sons and the daughters had come over with their friends, and they were all, it's also posh to smoke a cigarette, yes. And I remember this one kid flicking the ash. There's an ashtray right down the table, boom, on the carpet. And I was like, dude. And without even saying it, he's like, no, man, it's more posh. I'm posturing. It's cooler to go, I can drop my ash on your $550,000 Persian rug than it is to put it in the ashtray. And I was like, well, that one, I think y'all went overboard. I think you went out of bounds on that one. But the fact that it was a big, it was gamesmanship, but they were doing it and consistently.
Isn't it fascinating? The Americans are basically blind to class. You've had to use the word posh almost in speech marks there.
Right.
It's like a word that
Yeah.
There is not a single school child that doesn't use the word posh in primary school once a day in England. Everybody
And it means class?
It means this person is well-to-do from a well-to-do background.
Okay.
And there's, I remember there was a guy that I played cricket with. Cricket's still a working-class sport in the UK. It's not necessarily upper class. It's a very working-class town. There was a kid who got A-class Mercedes used for his 17th birthday, which is when you can drive in the UK. And I was like, wow. Danny's from a posh family. I never really knew that much, but I knew he had money. He always had a nice kit. He always had new boots at the start of each season. But I was like, wow, he got a Mercedes. In retrospect, it's maybe a $7,000 car, $10,000 car, something like that. For me, I'm like, oh,
Mercedes
posh,
though, bro.
Posh.
Yeah.
German.
Yeah. Is there something though going on with as the royal family and the king and the queen are losing power, and that's becoming is these millionaire exits?
Mm-hmm.
Is this still a bit of a how dare you become that wealthy in the private sector? You're not a royal? Or
no, I certainly don't think with regards to that, but there is definitely skepticism around the monarchy at the moment. And I'm really not sure where I stand on that. One of my friends has a very compelling argument that we should do away with it. Doesn't like the word Your Highness, higher than what. But also, what was it that you were just saying? Like, what have we got if we don't hold on to the culture and the things that people know us for? And I like the pomp and circumstance. When I graduated from Newcastle University, there's this 10-minute procession of different mace bearers, literally wielding medieval weapons, doffing their caps to different people in different sequences in order to show who and where and why. And it's like, this is fucking cool.
Whatever it is, it's still, because America, whether we know it or not, we're hungry for ritual.
Yes.
And we don't have near as much ritual.
It's not established, right?
No,
there's trees that are older than your country.
Yeah, we're just puppies. I hope that you don't get watered down to where, because y'all have amazing ritual. Laugh, giggle at it or not, do it and appreciate it and go, this is a different place and it's been around a while. Posh. It's class. Okay.
Yeah. A little bit well-to-do.
Okay.
You mentioned there about some of the prices that people need to pay in order to be who they are.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by this question. I'm fascinated by the cost of entry, price of doing business, to be a person that other people admire. Because I think that it helps to humanize others' success and it helps to mitigate jealousy and envy because you see what someone has had to go through in order to be in a position that you think you want to be. And they go, oh, right. you get to see this much. By the way, there's this monster hiding behind. What do you wish more people knew about the price of success in life?
Well, success has taken on different definitions over time. It used to have to do, and some people listening to this will be like, come on, McConaughey. It used to have to do with integrity. Or that actually, I think, was a word that was in the definition in 1901 or 11. And now, money, fame, that's your definition of success. So it seems to be that, and always has been to some extent, whoever has more is the most successful. More access, more money, you're the winner. The last, for a lot, that is, I'm not saying it's a race to the red light, but I am saying the fourth quarter of that being your goal, it has the residuals decline on quality of life. I've met many more very rich men who've chased that dollar to be successful and to be relevant for having the most money, that the last 15, 20, even younger years were bewildered, lost, had no relationships, didn't have purpose. Chasing the dollar, they just did it. They were good at it and made it happen, but they didn't feel what they were doing. They couldn't even necessarily say what they were really good at. Just good deal makers or made the right calls in certain mathematics. That's definition. It's also why I wasn't surprised when Trump first got elected. Had fame, had money. We sell that every day in the West as this is how you make it.
It's America.
This is what you
That's
do.
America.
That's America. Yeah. So I was not surprised because that's what we're getting fed. What is success? I just let me prephrase it with this. We all want to be relevant, but I think we all forget to ask ourselves relevant for what before we chase our relevance or chase success. I think there's a difference between success and profit. Meaning profit does pay you back. Can you do things? And I love money. I'm all for it. But I see a lot of one-way tickets that are, you can get successful, have more money, but not be making a profit in your life. How many times we sacrifice quality for quantity? The two don't have to be separate. Now, you may have to make some sacrifices of quantity to have more quality, but I think we should give quality more credit than we do.
Well, are we not ultimately having more quantity in the hopes of more quality? You're sacrificing.
But that's not a quid pro quo. It doesn't equal out to that. We believe it will, and hey, it can access. I mean, I got a lot of things now for money I've made that I'm like, damn right, man. I'm glad I have that. That makes my life not even more convenient. I actually like that more. I like what I can do with my family more with that. I like what Camille and I can do as a husband and wife. I like what I can do solo even more with that and enjoy it. And again, it feeds me. But would I be any less happy if I had a 30, a 40, a 50th of what I have right now? No. I know that. There's no way I'd be any less happy. No way I'd be less happy. Do I want to give all that away and say, well, will it make me poor? Sometimes I'm like, yeah, you need to be more poor. Other times I'm like, no. Don't be getting the imposter syndrome on this one. You're using it for pretty good. You could use it even better, but don't get mad at it. You know what I mean? I think we just need to ask ourselves that question, relevant for what? And also in the pursuit of quantity, which is what the world rewards, ask ourselves, watch out, just drinking the Kool-Aid and go, what is the quality? What do I want? And again, that's a hard question of what do I value the most? What do I really value the most? And it's a hard question to answer, but if we can answer that, make sure it makes us answer the quality question of what we want more of. And not just the quantity question. Because a lot of us, I've done it too, been blind as could be chasing the quantity to see, let me see if I can get the biggest number.
That's dopamine, Matthew.
And I'm pretty damn good at it. If I want to put on my business hat and go, that's all I'm going to be right here, found out I'm pretty good at it. But I don't want to stay in that dopamine, Matthew, on that. because I don't get the reward. I get the reward of the acquisition, but the acquisition does not equally pay back the dopamine of the getting. It's the conquering. That's the hit, you know? Redefine. Everyone can have their own definition of success, and ask yourself, can I have quality with the quantity, and can I have profit with my success? And profit leans into relationships. I think profit ends up to be a spiritual question too. And how we treat ourselves and others. I think it's a longer game. This chase for just success, if that's money and quantity, is a short-sighted game. If that's all you're after. Now I understand some people out there who can't pay their rent, who are sick and trying to make it to the next day, would listen to this and go, easy for you to say. And I say, you are correct. I'm speaking from my position, because you asked me. Because you got some people that are going, I'm not, this is a hyperbolic conversation you're having. I'm trying to make it to the next day, man.
Type B person with a type A problem thinks, what a champagne issue that is.
Yeah. It's a real one, and I'm apologizing for it, but I understand the difference. But I would say that if more people that are type A or maybe things are working out, just check your quality as you're chasing your quantity, and make sure that whatever you're succeeding at is giving you actual profit and actually paying you back.
Matthew McConaughey, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, I really appreciate you. I love the way that you think. I love your insights about life. Congratulations on the new book. Congratulations on the tequila. And
thank you.
Thank you for coming today. I really, really enjoyed this.
I did too, Chris. Very much. Glad to be here, man. Met up top in a barn somewhere in Austin where I was looking down, didn't even know where I was going. Showed up at a barn. I was like, oh, this is where we are. Yes, it is.
Seems on brand for you.
I like it.
Heck yeah. Dude, until next time.
Until.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Look, we went to a lot of effort to get Mr. McConaughey here and convert an old barn that's from the 1800s in Texas. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.